Hey, thanks for watching the Roost podcast. If you like everything that we do here, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, and do all the things. Dustin?
I didn't think you were ever going to get done. We're on all major platforms. Hey, thanks for coming on. Awesome. I know y'all are busy. We just very happy that you come on. This is Derek. I don't know if you've watched the podcast or not, but
Hi.
this is Derek, my brother. I'm
Hi.
Dustin.
Derek.
And then behind the scenes is Fatty. We've been calling him Fatty since seventh grade, and that's always stuck. So he don't know
What's up,
anything
Fatty?
else but that. So and then we got Fatty's son over here on the side, Jonah. He's over here kicking ass. So
All right.
yeah. So anyways, again, thanks for coming on. Tell us what's been going on.
Hey, so well, first I gotta tell you, like, I have just my name down here because normally it's just me, but we got Scott Haggerty with us tonight. This
Hell
is
yeah,
our bass
Scott.
player.
Yes.
I mean, things are like cooking lately. We just released our last single today at midnight. It hit Queen Bee, and so far we're getting some pretty good reception on that. So I'm excited about it.
I saw that short. It looked really, really good.
Hell
It looked
yeah,
like
it
you
did.
had a lot of response from it.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. And we're also nominated for some ISSA awards, the International Singer-Songwriter Association, for our prior single, Villain. So we're waiting to see how that goes. Right now it's in this like voting process of like fan votes, and then it'll go to the next level if we make it past that. So
Fans,
yeah, it's been busy.
vote. Huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yes.
I mean, you're so talented in our eyes. I just think it's the coolest
thank
thing in the world. Oh yeah, and I definitely wouldn't say that unless I meant it. I promise you that. But you know, we've seen some things from you all and some things from a lot of other rock bands, and you can see that rock is coming back, right?
Right,
It,
yeah.
it was pop and rap and all that for years. I mean, we went from the 1950s all the way up to the 2000s, and it was all rock, and then it went to pop and rap, and you want to. Nothing against pop and rap, everybody, but I wanted to puke, okay? So,
I want to rock out.
yeah, MTV was the coolest thing in the world at one time, and then it became not. So, just to see you all be as successful as what you're doing and growing like you're growing, that's the best thing in the world to us. I mean, we just fucking love it. And so I've got to ask you this. You all were different than a lot of other bands. I think, if I'm not mistaken now, Amy, tell me if I'm mistaken, but you all kind of started post-pandemic, right? I mean, 2021.
Absolutely, yeah, we did. I started writing some of the tunes during the pandemic, and then kind of I found him next, and then we went through a couple of different iterations of the band, and we ended up with a lineup in 2021,
Uh-huh.
and started playing out in 2022 was our first show. And we have changed lineups a little bit. He's an OG, just we're the OGs.
Yes. Yes, we are
But
too.
yeah, so we
Die
did, and I guess like I had done music years and years ago, and so had he. And I took a long hiatus for a shit marriage, and when I finally got back into it, I was just writing for therapy. Like I was writing for me. And I still kind of do that. Like, if something pisses me off,
Oh, yeah.
Queen Bee is one of those examples. I'll write, I actually wrote the guitar riff on that one. So I'm like really excited about that one.
Oh,
'Cause I don't
wow.
play it in the song, but I wrote it. So, yeah, so that's how I work. And so when I write, we are different because we're just kind of doing whatever we feel. I'm not trying to be a specific genre. So we're kind of all over the place in the metal world, but I think it works.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
that's cool though that y'all can do that
Oh, yeah.
and still be cranking out the good tunes.
Yeah, I
Thank
mean,
you.
yeah, we've, we're watch my guitar over there. Am I hitting mine over here? No, I'm not. Okay.
I'm about to throw it.
You know, I have never paid. You better not throw it. I have never paid. We used to play in a band. We played in a band for years, and
Cool.
yeah, I play guitar myself, and then Derek was our singer, and then Fatty, he played guitar / he played drums at one point. He's just a phenomenal talent. Makes me sick, but this guitar I've never paid over. I don't think $200 for a guitar ever, you know.
Really?
And yes, and I spent $1,200 on this thing, and I hit it probably 2 months ago, and it dropped, and it's got a big ass crack at the bottom now, and it makes my wife don't know about it yet. I think she'll get pissed, but I'm not going to tell her, and she don't watch this anyway, so. But anyways, you know, it's just so cool to be able to see this and to see you all do what you're doing. And, you know, you said something there, you write for therapy, and we are so big on mental health because by God, we've been through it. You know, the older that you get, which, you know, everybody understands that's in their 30s or anything like that. The whole world's not in your hands anymore. You don't think that you can take on the world anymore. You know, there's a lot of things that happen, and to your point, a bad marriage, whether it's verbal abuse, physical abuse, anything like that, is, I mean, it's atrocious, and it sucks, and that's, you know, we've been through some things in our past, me and my brother, but it sucks really bad. But what comes out of that is pure freaking gold.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole reason that
it makes great art.
Yeah,
oh my God.
I mean that's why we gravitated towards rock music to begin with.
Oh yeah,
was to deal with everything that's ever happened to us.
Mm-hmm. And you know, we've talked to, I don't know if you all know Primer 55. You know, Primer 55 is one of our favorite bands in the world where we were in the 2000s. And they helped us through some things, and so, you know, we've had multiple interviews with Bobby Burns and them, and that was kind of the thing because they just now come out the first time since 2016, and wherever they come out in 2016, it was like nobody really come to the shows, you know, and things like that. But then wherever they started, again, 2025?
Yeah, last year.
Which they announced on our show, which was cool shit. But whenever they first come back out, hell, everybody was coming out, and mostly 17, 18, 19-year-olds. And what Bobby says, and I agree with this 100%, is that people really want to hear lyrics that actually fucking mean something.
Yeah.
Lyrics that help them deal.
I mean, do you agree with that? Is that kind of what y'all are seeing out there?
I mean, yeah. So here's the funny story. Like I said, I was writing for therapy. There was never a time where I sat down and said, oh, I need to make these lyrics make sense for other people. I was just like, whatever I'm thinking, and, they're pretty on the nose. They're not exactly real metaphoric. I have a couple metaphoric ones, but most of them are pretty on the nose.
Sure.
But it was just really about me getting that out. And you touched on something about the rock music, actually. You know, metal gives you that outlet for being angry or being really hurt. I mean, like all those things, you know. I don't know that pop music would give me that, or classical music or anything like that. So you have that anger you can put behind it, the passion, and I'm really big on passion. So so I think what was really interesting is our first release was our ballad, which was a little risky. Our song Fallen.
That's what I was going to ask about.
The only reason it was first is because a radio station wanted it. A local radio station said, hey, they heard us live.
And it done really well, right? I mean, number 6 or something like that. And you're, yes, that's awesome. Yes.
Yeah. So that, you know, it hit, number 6 on their top 98 that year. Which was crazy because like we beat Metallica on the local radio station. I was like, oh hell. What?
Sorry, Lars.
So, and so when we released it, it was risky because, you know, our sound is kind of all over the place, but that is by far our least aggressive song that we have. And it did great. I was like so thrilled that it actually didn't backfire, and people, I always think of the band Extreme from like the early 90s,
Oh yeah,
late
no
80s.
words.
And they came
hell
out with that
yeah.
song More Than Words, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is a
And
nice
that
band."
was it. Yeah, for them.
Yeah.
My mom, I remember, was like, "Oh, I love that band." I'm like, "Really? Let me play you some other
Yeah,
songs."
that's right. That's right. More than words.
Man.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, Dustin.
Thank you. Thank you. You all don't harmonize all at once. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's true, and that's what they were known for, was that. But they were such a in your face band
Yeah.
that nobody got to hear. So yeah, it was risky, but damn
Yeah.
it work.
Yeah.
Damn it,
Yeah.
it worked.
Yeah.
You know, thinking about rock music, like to your point, and to what we talk about all the time. But I was actually in a dentist today because my tooth. I was on my way home from West Virginia. I had to drive. We live in Southern Kentucky, so I had to drive a little bit of ways for work. But anyways, I was on my way home, and my tooth. I never have I never have problems like my tooth just started hurting so damn bad. I had to pull over. It was bad, and so So I'm trying to find a dentist somewhere, and I finally get a hold of one, and he's like, I was like, you go back there and you beg that guy to let me in, you know, and they did, and I come in. And they were listening to fucking rock back there. I mean,
Nice.
it was, Stained, Breaking Benjamin, things like that. She said, you know, it's our Friday music, you know, it's the weekend and things like that. I'm sorry if it doesn't relax. I said, shit, this relaxes me more than anything.
Yeah.
You're right.
This
Take
is
your mind
awesome.
off of
Hell
it.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And that's,
instead of listening to Cher.
and
or
that's
something.
how, well, that to me, you know, Stain's like that. I mean, they have a lot of ballads, things like that. And Fallen kind of puts me in mind of something like that. And so I was going to ask you, where was your mind at on Fallen? How'd that song come about? Because it is, to me, it's really deep. What I hear of it, it's very deep and it's emotional for me to even listen to. So just, you know, the audience out here that hasn't heard that, kind of where'd that come from, if you don't mind?
So yeah, it's kind of a dark song, really. So I had mentioned that I was in a really bad marriage. It was an abusive situation, and I was in it for a very, very long time
So
before I
sorry.
even. Oh, that's all right. Thank you. But I didn't even know it. It was one of those where you were just so consumed by everything that you were brainwashed. Up was down and down was up. And so when I finally figured it out, a little too late, it'd been a long time. You know, I hadn't actually been writing during that whole marriage time. That I had been on a trajectory like in the Philadelphia region when I was in my late teens, early 20s. And then I met him, and I just completely dropped out of the music scene. So I hadn't been able to write. Like, I would have writer's block. I'd sit at the piano and nothing would come. And as soon as I started to heal and, you know, things started to come to me again, I sat at the piano and Fallen was born. But it is an introspective look back, like back before, like, in fact, when I wrote it and I played it for my mom, I was like, listen, I don't feel like this now. I'm thinking back to how I felt then. And yeah, it's very, very dark. It's you know, it's about feeling like you are at the end of everything. So when we released it, I had people come up to me like you and say, oh my gosh, I love this song. I relate to it so much. And I was like, I'm sorry. I don't want you to feel bad like that. Because it is really deep and dark. So that's where that came from.
I'll tell you, I love it. I love it. I love the rawness and you know, just to be 100% honest, you know, there's so many. That's one thing that I will never handle. So any men out there that listen to our podcast that abuse women, right there, you could go ahead and leave. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, me and Derek grew up in some types of situations that I won't go into, but that is the worst thing in the world to me. Besides one other thing, but that's close to the worst thing in the world to me. And you know, women, I want you to know there's people you could talk to. Hey, text us anytime. Amy, I'm sure would listen anytime.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
help out there. Is there not, Amy? I mean, how long
Yeah,
did it take you to heal
absolutely.
from that?
Yeah, in fact, there's a lot of like support groups on Facebook and things like that. You know, when I first started to come out of, I called it my fog. I found this group on Facebook, and it was really helpful because I had some women tell it to me straight, like, you are, stuck in this situation, and what you think is true isn't true. You get into these trauma bonds with the abusers, and so that's where I was. I can remember saying, at one time somebody asked me why I'm still with him, and I said, because I love him more than anything that I've ever loved in my life.
Yep.
And then I got out and I'm like, I never even was in love with him.
That's
It was
right.
so creepy and weird how that all went down.
Uh-huh.
And you'll see I'm not exactly a passive person. And, for me to become that other type of person is crazy. So yeah, I mean, like, most of us who've been through that are like open arms. We want to help everybody else who's going through it, because it's so hard and complicated. It's not that, well, why didn't you just leave? It's like, you didn't even know you needed to leave.
That's exactly right.
It's crazy.
That's exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of things that happen. We're actually me and my wife, we're in the midst of, well, we've got a foster child, and we've got actually four kids that are ours, right? I mean, one's graduating, but then we have a foster child, and I had to take a class last night online, and it was about sexual abuse, and it was oh God, it was the worst thing. But it's like those kids that are 5 and 6 years old that ends up going into foster care. Hell, they don't know. They don't know. They don't know anything different, and that's where your brain goes whenever you're in a position like that. Anyways, I commend the shit out of you for really being raw and honest about that, because there's so many women out here today that need to hear it. So many. So if you have not listened to Fallen, please do so. And by God, they've got a shitload of other music that is just perfect for that. So
I was going to say the whole album that we came out with in 24, I would say about 90% of it is referencing that past.
Yes,
so
I love it.
If not more. So yeah, it's, today I think we're writing a little bit. I still go back though. I mean, because it's still, it's been, what's it been, like 10 years now that I've been out. But it's still, I still have PTSD.
Absolutely.
So I'm working through it. I'm a lot better than I was at one time, but I still have trauma triggers and things like that. So
I help her write some of the songs by pissing her off. So.
There you go.
Yeah. We're also a couple, so he's getting to reap the benefits of me regaining myself again.
Yeah.
So don't mess with me, because it's scary. Actually, the song Wake the Monster on our first album is about me being triggered. And like my favorite line that I wrote in there is, it might not be what you deserve, but that is what is being served.
That's exactly right. Yes. Well, you come out stronger on the other side of it, and that's what I love. I mean, you're just, you sound like a ball of fire, and that's why I love to hear.
You.
Fuck yes.
My ball of fire.
She's a ball of something. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: how long have you been playing bass, brother?
For 35 plus years.
Hell
I mean, I started playing guitar. A buddy of mine was like 15, and he was phenomenal, and he got me interested in it. I was like 17, and I played guitar for about 3 years. It's all I did was put Metallica CDs in, and I was learning how to gallop and all that speed metal. And we had some friends. We were trying to get a band together, and it didn't happen. So then all my buddies that I was trying to jam with found this singer, and the singer had a rhythm guitar player, and he said, I'm not parting with my guitar player. And he was really good. I mean, he could sing Queensryche and Queen. I mean, Triumph. Yeah, he was a really good singer. So they're like, you want to play bass? I'm like, no. And then they talked me into trying it. I went over, and with the harmonies going on and everything going on, it was sounding killer. So I was like, all right, I'll try it. I took all my stuff and swapped it out, and been playing bass ever since.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you, man, bass is where it's at. It's one of my favorite instruments in the world. I started out playing bass myself, but a good bass line or a good bass player can really make a band, and I'm telling you, you're one of those. So I have to say thank you for that because
Well, thank you.
yeah, I could tell if
Appreciate
there's
that.
a shitty bass in there. Okay,
What
but
the hell?
yeah, what the hell's that?
Yeah.
But I mean, some of my favorite artists in the world are bass players, which Les Claypool is somebody that's just
Oh,
amazing.
he's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ryan Martini, from Mudvayne. There's just
Oh yeah, he's up there,
oh yeah. There's
like at the top.
Yeah, and bass is something that I can listen to, whether it's rock, jazz. I mean, hell, even country. There's some things that are cool as hell. I can
Yeah.
just listen to that. I mean, even Lithium by fucking Nirvana. That's the easiest thing in the world to play. But damn it,
It
that
sounds
bass
good.
solo is amazing.
Yeah,
it sounds good.
Yeah, it almost makes it because they've been having TikToks here lately. I've seen, and it's like it's got people saying, well, you can't even hear the bass, and then they actually pull the bass from the song, and it doesn't. It's like it makes the song
It
like
makes a song without
yeah,
you knowing.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It lies underneath. It's awesome.
Yeah. So, thanks, brother. Thank you for fighting the good fight with the bass, because
Oh,
there's
yeah.
so many people talk shit, and I don't like
Yeah.
it. So,
Well, I've never went to fingers all these years. I'm still playing with a pick.
sure.
Like my guitar player is
Oh
still
yeah.
stuck in my brain, but it's like Dee Verney from Overkill.
Mm-hmm.
He's like one of my favorite players. Like
Hell yes.
his sound is like amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and I try and emulate as much as I can. I can't get that perfect sound. But
It's tough. It's tough.
yeah,
I mean,
he doesn't like putting it online either. Like exactly
oh no, it's a secret
what?
recipe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, we've always really dug. Whenever we played in a band, we was like a new metal band back in the day, and so we always dug Fieldy from Korn. His
Oh
sound was
yeah,
so much different than anybody fucking else's, and it was hard to make that sound good, But he
yeah.
made it sound good. Hell, we try it, and sometimes it sounds like shit. Well, okay, so, Brandon, love you. So, but in all reality, that's the truth. So, but I've got to ask this. Your band name, Eden on Fire. How'd that come on?
I wish it was exciting.
Hell, it is. Well, I mean that
It really
the band
was.
name's
Well,
exciting. So
there's and all my songs are deep, but boy, the name isn't really. We were at band practice. Like we had our first lineup. We were getting to the point where we were like, okay, we've got a set. We're ready. We need to go out there. Well, I guess we need a name if we're going to do this. So we kept throwing things around. Oh well, I had a couple ideas, and we just kind of at band practice one day. I think our drummer was even online, like looking up band, band generation names and stuff like that. So, but we kind of put it together ourselves because somebody had found something with Eden in it, and then something else with fire in it, and somebody, and I don't know who it was. It wasn't me. Somebody said, I can't remember who it was. Said, well, what about Eden on Fire? And I was like, oh, I like that. We all agreed on it. Yeah, so it stuck. And I always liked it because it's, Eden being the Garden of Eden, but also a girl's name sometimes. So it's kind of got that feminine thing going with it. And we like to set shit on fire.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah.
Burn it down.
Fire.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. That's cool shit. Hey, I mean, our band name used to be Diverse, and we tried figuring out another band name forever. And it just could never fucking do it. Now the Rock Roost podcast, that come pretty quick.
It did. Yeah.
It come very quickly, but a band name just never could come. I mean, I tried to get Fatty to come up with a name, motherfucker couldn't.
Yeah, it was me the whole time.
Damn it, Fatty.
That's fine. Just throw it on my back. It's all right.
It's funny.
But the first show that you played, that y'all played out, I mean, that had to have been surreal, right? I mean, not playing for so many years and then to be able to go out and play, that had to have been surreal. Kind of talk to us about that. I'm very interested.
So we ended up getting into a multi-band show here in Erie, Pennsylvania, where we're at. And it was the first show at this particular venue. This venue had been around for years, but they were just having like cover bands and, more laid back kind of stuff. And they decided they would allow some metal shows to see how they went. And so it was the first metal show there. And we were opening for, I think it was like five or 6 bands that day.
Yeah.
And so nobody knew who we were. I'm originally from like kind of the region, but I have lived away for so long.
Oh, sure.
So when I came back, nobody knew who I was. So so we were kind of like the wild card. Everybody's like, who is this band? What are they about? So we had a really good crowd.
Hell yes.
And I just felt we put on an awesome show, and people were just like, whoa, like, who are you? Where, that kind of stuff. So it was great. It was awesome to perform again. There was a professional photographer who was there taking pictures. So it was really
Hell
great.
yeah. Well, so
Yeah.
did you come out like you have such a stage presence, Amy? I
Thank
mean, you really, really do. Just your
Thank
whole
you.
your whole presence is just perfect, and whenever it comes to just you all having your own brand and the way that
Yeah.
you all go to business. So, I mean, was you kind of that way on the very first show? And
I mean,
and was
I'm
you
sure that
nervous?
I mean, so even though I took a lot of time off from, the metal world and the rock world, I am a performer. So
Oh yes.
I've been a musician since I was a kid, and like, I got into theater and all that kind of stuff. So during my hiatus,
Mhm.
I was singing with a classical orchestra chorus. So I was a soloist in that.
Damn.
And then I was also doing like community theater, like musical theater and stuff like that. So I'm a stage junkie. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
to be on stage.
An artist, I love it.
I
Yes.
love to perform. So I was a little nervous because it was the first time as a band we were doing this, but like it was the good nervous energy.
Mhm.
But yeah, I came out like it was a risk because, most of the other bands that we play with locally here, they're more into the grunge look, the concert tees and the ripped jeans and stuff like that. And I came out in like spandex leather pants and whatever
Hell
top,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
and then that metal show that we did, I came out in short shorts and like a cut off fire shirt and stuff. So we definitely look different
I love it. I love
than
it.
most
Love it.
bands. So I mean, I think that helped set us apart a little bit too,
Oh
just
yeah.
the different, brand that was happening, like
Yeah.
you said.
Well, and people want to see your show. They
Yeah.
want to see you live. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a show. It's an episode. I guess I love that. I mean, it's like Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper's the fucking man, and
Oh
everybody
yeah.
listens to all his music, but they want to see him live. Marilyn
Oh,
Oh,
Manson.
I've
Rob
seen him.
Zombie.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah, it was
yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Oh
Now
yeah.
I don't think we're that as theatrical. What's
No,
interesting,
sure.
no, but
But
what's
you have it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
what's
You have it.
interesting is that like it's still me. Like everybody asks me, like, oh, like that's your like stage persona. And I'm like, not really. It's still me. It's just me letting loose.
I love it. Yes.
Amy amplified, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
exactly right.
exactly. Yeah,
Yes.
Amy on steroids.
That's exactly right. And that's who we always were too. I mean, Derek over here, he used to be an introvert and
I still am.
Yeah, he still is. And that's okay.
That's
But
this one over here.
Yeah.
whenever we were trying to come up with a band, me and Fatty were already in a band before in like 7th and 8th grade, and then 9th grade comes around, and I'm like, man, we got a band, we just need a singer, and Derek's like, I'll do it. I said, what the?
I didn't say I'd do it.
You did after I asked
I
you
did
about
not. Yeah, he asked me like 4 or 5 times, and I said hell no to like
No, you're right.
all of them
You
but
are
one.
100% right. Yes, because I started listening to you in the car, literally in the car, and I was like, damn, this dude could sing.
Nice.
Yeah, and done well, and he still sings very, very well. We're gonna start playing some music on this damn thing sometime.
Okay.
Do some
There you go.
covers. Yeah.
Let's do it.
But anyways, it's really cool. But so what's going on? What's happening? What is coming up that's really cool, and for you all and for us the fans and things like that. What do you see coming up?
Well, we have again, we just released our latest single today, Queen Bee,
Congrats.
which I'm really excited about. This particular song we kicked it up a notch for production, we sent it to David Dominiquez out of LA, who's done like Guns N' Roses and Weezer and Papa Roach.
Did not know that. Yes, that's cool.
Power Man 5000. He's worked for a lot of bands.
Yeah. He is the real deal. We were actually sending to a guy in Nashville for the album, which he did a great job. But David is a metal guy, and so like it's just when we got it back, we were just like, this is what we've been looking for.
We were looking for that big sound.
Yeah,
we got it.
Yeah. And so that it has been really exciting, and I'm really optimistic about the future based on some of this. So, but we also have the ISSA that I told you about. I think there's another week of voting. It ends at the end of April here.
Where can they vote at?
If you go to our Facebook page is the easiest way to find it, because if you go to the ISSA, International Singer-Songwriters Association, you can actually find the link for voting on there, but it's probably just easier to go to any of our social media because I am constantly spamming everybody.
All you gotta do is scroll down a couple posts and it's there.
I'll tell you what, we'll share it for you as well.
Thank you. Yes. Awesome. Thank you. And what this does is it gets us sort of to the next level. It's a self-nomination thing. So I went in and I was like, all right, I'm going to stack the deck and I'm like, hope we get accepted into some things. We got accepted in everything I put us in for. So there's like 6 things for me personally and 2 for the band. There's a lot. So and then what they do is they send it through sort of, like your fans to get them to vote for you. And then if you make it past that level, then it becomes in front of the industry people.
Other judges.
Yeah. If you win a gold, you get nominated for you get thrown into the Grammys. So a nomination. Yeah. We're really excited about like possibilities there. So we're hopeful. Our last song, Villain, is the one that's up for best song of the year.
Love that fucking song, yes. And
Thank you.
So I, even if hopefully you do win, but even if you did not or something like that, look at all the fucking publicity you're getting off this shit.
Oh, I know. Absolutely.
Shit.
We just did the Vakken Metal Battle in February. It was February, end of February. And so that was kind of like a big deal for us when we got accepted into that. I was totally caught off guard, didn't expect it. I applied for it, went to band practice one day and I said, hey guys, guess what? We're going to Vakken because I put us in for the, application. And then before the application process even closed, I got a message from the promoter. He's like, do you really want to do this? And I'm like, yes. And so it was like, all right, you're in. I was like, holy shit. Okay.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, it wasn't what we expected. I think the promoters kind of handled each show, and so it's kind of they had a little bit of liberties. They didn't exactly follow all the rules and things like that. In terms,
we did. It's like maybe we should have broke a bunch of rules.
No, it was fine actually. But what I was going to say is that even though we didn't move on, the publicity we got out of that was invaluable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You've always got to think about that next step. There's some shorts and shit that I'll put out or Derek put out and everybody's like, why the fuck did you put that out? Well, I'm see what it does. Hell, most of the time, those that you're like, what the fuck did you put that out for? Does better than everything else.
Yeah.
They want weird and obscure. Yeah. But so we have that going on. And then we are we started out with a pretty slow summer because we have a new guitar player. So we were catching him up to speed. He is on this album or on this release, Queen Bee. That is his guitar work, Todd Sandberg. We finally got him caught up, but now we're back in the studio writing again. So that's like super exciting for me. We had a couple of tunes that were with the original lineup that just didn't gel 100%. And so we're pulling those completely apart, starting from the ground up and rewriting. And then I'm sitting on a lot of material. Todd, our guitar player, he came to the table with a lot of material he's been sitting on. He's a little heavier.
We're a little more edge.
Our next song that we're doing is tuned down. It's in B. So we're starting to take things in new directions a little bit.
Did you say in B?
So yeah. So he's playing a 7-string and we got him on a 5-string for that. And So I'm excited about all that. But then like things started coming at us. So we've kind of got a busier schedule than I intended really for summer. We have a show coming up in May here locally it's called the Big Bar. It's like probably the biggest venue here. We're going to be opening for a tribute band, a Metallica tribute called Battery, which is a national touring band.
I've heard of them,
yeah. They're I haven't met them
good?
yet. That's what I've
They
heard.
sound really good.
I've
we've seen videos and stuff.
Yeah. We actually opened up for a different Metallica tribute at this same location twice. The Four Horsemen.
Oh,
they
yeah,
were
okay.
really good,
That's
too.
pretty cool.
But yeah, mostly it's almost all tribute bands and cover bands that play at this venue. So we've been kind of lucky. We can kind of get our foot in the door there to open up for some of these. But we have that going on. And then in July, we have another local type thing where it's a biker night at a local brewery. So we'll be doing that. And then in August, it gets really crazy. We have one gig right now, early August, that's pending right now. But also our local city here, Erie, does a big thing called Celebrate Erie. And so
we close the whole downtown to close it off.
We're in for that too. They haven't actually, announced the bands yet, but we're pretty optimistic this year. And then we have two other festivals that we're doing back to back on a Friday and Saturday, like August 22nd and 23rd, I think, or whatever the Friday and Saturday is that weekend. And one's in New York and the other one is down near Pittsburgh. So we got really busy suddenly. August is like, whoa.
That's a good thing. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then we're going back into the actual recording studio, like to actually lay down tracks in the fall. So we're hoping to get enough material together here to maybe have enough for an album.
Hopefully get an album put together.
We'll probably still kind of release them as singles because people's attention span
it's zero.
Oh yes.
Or lend to, when we released the album in 24, we had released 4 singles off of that. And we thought, okay, we've released enough of the singles. Let's release the whole album now. And it's funny because the songs that people are listening to are the 4 singles still. So you find out that that's how that works. So I think we're going to just keep doing the single thing and then eventually do a compilation album or EP or whatever we have enough for at that point. Just to keep people, so people hear everything, give it a chance. So
I mean, that's what we see. The shorts always do so much better.
Yeah, we can break it down to the best parts, send them out, and they watch every one of those.
Yeah, well, they watch every one of those, and then they go on. Yeah, and then they'll go on to YouTube or whatever else we have it on and go watch it because of that. But that's how we have to get it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's that way. I mean, short attention spans, and hell, I'm getting to the point where I'm the same damn way.
You son of a bitch.
I'm addicted to Facebook
I know.
Reels.
I'm watching. He's constantly watching Reels on
Facebook Reels. I'm addicted.
Hell yeah. Well, that's so cool, and you all again. I want to say thank you all so much for fucking coming on. You all rock. There's nothing but great things coming from you for you all, and I have to say. You're such an inspiration for seriously speaking out for those women that have to go through that bullshit and they don't even know that they're going through it.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I mean, that's such a big deal to us, and thank God I'm medicated, so I'm not tearing up right now. But I appreciate you. I really do. So it is a very big deal. All the audience, Queen Bee.
Check it out.
By God, listen to it.
Released today.
It's the shit. If you haven't heard, listen to Fallen. Listen to these songs because I'm telling you right now, they're real and you feel it. You feel it, and these people right here have so much fucking talent. So listen to them. Yes, I, again, would not say it unless we meant it. And Derek?
Yeah, I mean that you said everything that I was going to say. So yeah.
So anyway,
ditto.
If and then we'll cut it from right there. But do you all have any plugs or anything that you all would like to do to where we could do a short and hopefully possibly get it out, tomorrow or the next day or something like that? And then also, we always ask if you would mind saying, hey, this is Eating on Fire, and this is the Rock Roost podcast, or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
That way
Just
we
for a
could
quick
use
promo.
that. Yeah, just for a quick promo for
Yeah.
whenever we put out the show.
Yeah.
There's not a damn thing. I don't think that we have to edit off this bitch, Fatty.
Yeah, it was perfect.
It was perfect. You all done a fucking amazing job, FYI. So, I want you to come down to Nashville or Louisville or some shit like that, so I come see you. I mean, no shit. And
We're really
we're
hoping.
hoping to get out there and expand a little bit.
that's
Yeah,
good.
I
Well,
mean-
I'll tell you this: we will push for you. We've got your fucking back, and we will
Thank you.
always have your back. You're now under the Little Rock Roost umbrella, but I promise you,
Awesome.
we do
Thank
got
you.
your back.